What's up, flamethrowers? It's me, Flame the Dragon Hog here, and welcome to another installment of Flame's Rants. This is episode 15, and I do apologize for not making that many Flame's Rants. It's because I'm kind of brain dead, but it's okay. But anyway, as we all know, guys, I have ghost powers now. Thanks to the person that you see here on the screen. That is Danny Phantom. In fact, I haven't even met him yet. I really want to. But anyway, yeah, I do know so much about his world. I do know so much about his world, and thanks to him in a way, I kind of have all these new powers. So I'm going to be counting down all the powers that thanks to Danny I have. So guys, to all you Danny Phantom fans out there, be prepared because I'm going to be going through all of Danny's powers. Of course, I got them too. And also, I will be kind of comparing those powers to my own powers as well. So, anyway, without further ado, let us get started. Alright, so the first power that Danny has that I kind of got in my new arsenal is going ghost, obviously. Now, I wouldn't really call this as a power, I would call this as a transformation, but it is pretty cool. Like I said, I really don't know how he does it, but I'm guessing that, he channels all of his energy into, changing into his ghost form. It's kind of like, Johnny Blaze when he goes into the Ghost Rider. Like, Johnny, he just lets the ghost take over. And maybe with Danny, he sometimes lets the ghost take over in there. Sometime, maybe, I don't know. When he goes ghost, probably. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I really do like the transformation. And if you guys haven't seen the show, the music, whenever he transforms, it's pretty cool. I really do love it. It's really cool. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next power that Danny has that I kind of have. But also, I almost forgot to compare it to one of my powers. For the transformations that I have, I'm gonna have to say yes. I'm gonna have to say it's like my Ghost Rider form, when, I just let the rider take over. It's pretty interesting, but cool. Alright, so next power we have is overshadowing, or possession, whichever one you want to call it. Now, this power is really interesting. That's when Danny can possess anybody's body and make them act however he wants. Now, guys, to be fair, Danny, he does sometimes get a little bit carried away with this power, if you ask me. Because you see, if you guys haven't seen some of the episodes of Danny Phantom, I have seen some of them. He actually does sometimes use this power to, make people look like idiots. I find that both funny and a little bit mean, but it's okay. And do I have a similar power like this? No, sadly, I don't. Sadly, I do not. I wish I did, though. But it would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Possessing people, that's not good. I mean, I don't want to be like possessed Amy or something. Because don't forget, possessed Amy, she's kind of like a ghost. She's kind of like a ghost. But anyway, yeah, I just don't like that type of power. But hey, I got it. But unlike Danny, I will be using my overshadowing powers to, take as responsibly. I will be using them responsibly. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next power that he has, which is, oh boy, going invisible, or invisibility. Now this one I find really, really handy. Because, Danny, he is a ghost after all, and what are ghosts mainly famous for? Being invisible, of course. Anyway, Danny, he does use his invisibility powers a whole mess of a lot. It is pretty cool. But, do I have something similar to that? No, not really. No, not really. I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. But anyway, yeah, he does use these invisibility powers a lot, especially when he's trying to make a quick getaway from somebody or he's hiding it's pretty cool. I mean, I really do love Danny's skill set. It's kind of interesting. It is really, really cool. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't have anything that can compare to his um invisibility, but it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I really do love this power. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is amazing. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next power that he has, which is intangibility. Intangibility. For those of you guys who don't know what intangibility is, intangibility means that he has the ability to phase through objects. So it is kind of like his invisibility in a way. But anyway, intangibility, I think that is pretty cool. I mean, walking through walls and any other solid object, it's pretty cool. The only problem is that it gets a little bit out of hand, especially when he's trying to hold something solid. Then next thing you know, his intangibility kicks in and it just passes through his body. I mean, he can't control it. He has mastered it over the years, but it's pretty cool. And do I have anything like that? No, I don't. Sadly, I don't. But now that I got these ghost powers, I do have something like that. It is pretty cool. Well, Danny, he has used his intangibility multiple times because, he uses them to, make a quick getaway, get what he needs in hard places. It's pretty interesting. Really, really interesting. I mean, I really do love this type of power. It's really cool. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next power, which is flight. Flight. Yeah, now everybody knows that another thing that ghosts are mainly famous for is flying. Is flying, of course. They fly all willy-nilly. But anyway, but all ghosts aren't like Danny. You see, Danny, he can easily fly up to 112 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. That is pretty fast. I mean, think about it. He managed to fly so high into the sky, he managed to reach orbit. It was so crazy. I mean, spacesuit and all and stuff, but I'm just saying, that was just crazy. I mean, his flying really did come in handy. His flying did come in handy, but other times it just delays him. Because think about it like this. Who in the world wants to see him fly, like, all over the place? But yeah, I guess flying is a whole lot better than, just phasing through walls and stuff and lots of other things. It's pretty crazy. But anyway... Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention one other thing about his invisibility. Whenever he touches somebody and he goes invisible, he can also turn that person invisible too. Same thing with intangibility. Whenever he's touching somebody, they can easily go invisible and be intangible as well. That can only happen as long as Danny is touching them. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the flight. Moving back to the flight. Yeah, flying is pretty cool, and obviously you guys know that I can fly. I mean, I am a dragon after all. I can fly with wings. But, Danny, he doesn't have wings. He just flies because, well, he's a ghost, obviously, and ghosts can fly. But anyway, yeah, it is pretty cool. But yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, Danny, he is awesome. I really do love it. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next power, which is telekinesis. Yep, that's right. For those of you guys who don't know, Danny has telekinesis. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, he surrounds the object that he shoots a beam around the object that he's trying to lift, and he just lifts it and tosses it to wherever he wants it to go. Yeah, so yeah, he hardly ever uses telekinesis. Lots of other ghosts that he fought does use telekinesis a lot. It's pretty interesting. I really do love this thing. And yeah, I really do like telekinesis. It just reminds me of Silver. And do I have telekinesis? I do when I go into in one of my forms. I can't remember which one. But anyway, yeah, I do have telekinesis. It's pretty interesting. I mean, if you ask me, guys, I might might be outstaging Silver a little bit. But anyway, yeah, the telekinesis is pretty cool and all. I really do love it. I really do love it a lot. It's really cool. All right, so next up on Danny's list of powers is, oh boy, light projection. Now, for those of you guys who don't know about Danny's ghost rays or ghost beams, whatever, they're really classified as lasers. Not, I mean, technically they are ghost ectoplasma energy, whatever it is. But anyway, some people do consider it as a laser, which means it's some type of light. And it's really easy for him to, do all sorts of things with that ghost light energy. It can easily pass through a magnifying glass. It's so cool. I mean, he can easily project things of light. It is amazing. I absolutely love that ability that he can do. And he didn't learn this, and I mean, he didn't learn this until he was facing off against the ghost. I mean, a ghost called the Bad Luck Shadow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, light projection. That is a really cool power. And I'm not gonna lie, Danny, he does have some really cool powers in his arsenal. But anyway, moving on to the next power, which is the Ghostly Whale, my all-time favorite power that Danny has. I mean, sure, he didn't learn this power until, he faced off against his evil future self, Dan Phantom. Yeah, he didn't learn that until 10 years later when he became Dan Phantom. But then his present self actually did learn it after when he was getting jumped by his 10-year later former ghost enemies, whichever one. But anyway, yeah, this power is really, really amazing. You see, he shouts out a projection of ecto energy out of his mouth in some type of sonic scream. It's really cool. And do I have a certain power like that? Yes, my dragon screech. But unfortunately, unlike my dragon screech, Danny's ghostly whale, it actually drains his energy, like really, really drains it. I mean, it tires him out easily, just like that. It really does. So much, it easily changes him back into human form after doing it, sometimes. And sometimes during the ghostly whale, you can see him starting to transform a little bit back into his human state. I mean, you guys can tell the first time he ever did that, and the Christmas episode. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, the ghostly whale, it's actually pretty cool. I really do love it. Like I said, it's my all-time favorite power that Danny has. I absolutely love the ghostly whale. I mean, have you guys ever seen him do the ghostly whale? It is amazing. That's the most powerful yet tiring move that Danny has in his arsenal. It's really amazing. I really love the ghostly whale. Oh boy. Okay, so anyway, yeah, moving on to the next power that he has, which is his ghost stinger. For those of you guys who don't remember the ghost stinger, Danny used this power only once. He used this power only once when Walker, the warden of the ghost jail, invaded the living world with his ghost police and stuff. Yeah, and they used this some type of ghost werewolf and everything. But anyway, yeah, Danny, he used this move called the ghost stinger. Anyway, what he does is he latches on to another ghost's energy, his ghost ray, and he sends it right back to him, this time twice as powerful. Twice as powerful. So powerful that it stings him into an electric shock. Henceforth, the Ghost Stinger. It's actually really cool. Danny, you really do need to use this power more. I really do love this power a whole lot. It's really, really cool. I really, really do love this power. Like I said before, Danny, you really do need to use this more often. But anyway, yeah, I really do like this power. Okay, so moving on to the next power that he has, which is the Ghost Shield. That is right, guys. He can use his ecto energy to create barriers, or shields. And you guys can definitely see him do this multiple times. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's really cool, and it's a great defense against other stronger ghosts. But sadly, he can't keep it up for too long. They have their limit. If people take too much of a beating on his shields, then let's just say his shields definitely are gonna go down. His shields are definitely gonna go down. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention with the Ghost Stinger. Do I have something like that? Yeah, I do kinda. Except instead of giving them a shock, they get burned. But anyway, do I have something that's kind of like his ghost shield? Yes, I actually do. I call it my fireball. I call it my fireball. I surround myself in like a fire bubble type thing, but I call it my fireball. And it's really, really easy. And it's really, really cool. I absolutely love it. I use it a whole lot, especially during my defense. Other times when I'm not doing that, I use another move that I have. It's called Harden. It's when I surround my whole entire body with my wings, and they harden. They're almost as solid as a rock. And you can't break through them. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. They're like diamond hard, and you guys know how hard it is to break a diamond. Okay, but anyway, yeah, Danny's Ghost Shield, I absolutely love it. It's amazing. I really do love it a lot. It's really cool. Okay, so anyway, moving on to his next power, which is, of course, his Ghost Rays. Now, I have been talking about them earlier, so I guess you already know about them, but anyway, it's when he shoots out a ray of ecto energy in the form of a beam or a laser. Now, some people do consider them as lasers because they project off of surfaces, they burn on contact, and not to mention they move in a straight line. So it is pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, do I have something like that? Obviously. It's my fire blasts and stuff. It's really cool. It is really, really cool. I really, really do love his ghost rays. But yeah, he does use them all the time. That's his only way to attack people. Come on, think about it. Okay, so anyway, not much to say about this one because clearly I have been talking about this the whole time. Okay, so anyway, moving on to the next power, which is Duplication. That is right, guys. For those of you guys who don't know, Danny, he can duplicate himself. I know it did. For those of you guys who are true Danny Phantom fans, we all know that he does have duplication powers. It's just that it did take him a long while to perfect them, especially after watching his enemy, Vlad Plasmius, or Vlad Masters, whichever you want to call him, do it. So, yeah, and of course, his evil self, Dan Phantom, also used duplication as well. So, yeah, it was only a matter of time before Danny did perfect his duplication powers. Most of the times when he did try doing his duplication powers, the results were kind of goofy. But anyway, yeah, he did manage to perfect his duplication powers by the end of the season. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay, so moving on to his last power in his arsenal, which is Cryokinesis, also known as ice powers. Yep, that's right. Danny has ice abilities. Danny has ice abilities. For those of you guys who don't know, obviously. Now, you guys may remember his ghost sense. You guys remember his ghost sense? Oh shoot, I forgot to add that into his I forgot to add that into this list. But anyway, as we all know about his ghost sense, guys, he soon discovered that not only is that ghost sense letting him know that a ghost is near, it's also a sign telling him that he has ice abilities. But he didn't discover that until he was facing off against that plant ghost. So, thanks to his abominable snowmen, or snow ghosts, whichever one's, friends. But anyway, he did learn how to control his ice abilities. He can shoot ice in many different forms, from icicles to, ice beams and all sorts of things. It's pretty cool. And he can shoot them out of his eyes, his hands, and all sorts of other places as well. I don't want to mention this, but for those of you guys who are Danny Phantom fans, be aware of this. Danny actually did shoot a laser out of his butt one time. If I remember correctly, it was the episode when Danny lost his memories and regained his powers and stuff, and he was trying to shoot a ghost ray, and then it ended up coming out of his butt, which was just weird and pretty funny. Ugh. Okay, but anyway, there is one other power that Danny did have, but I couldn't find it, but I do remember it. He has the ability to control the weather based off of his mood. It's actually pretty cool. I really do love that power. I really do love that power. Like for example, when he's happy, it's a sunny day. He controls the sunlight, he controls the sun. It's pretty cool. But when he's angry, that's when a hurricane or a thunderstorm breaks out. Because some people seem to think that thunderstorms and stuff, they always consider to be like angry weather. And then when he's sad, it rains. Some people seem to think that rain is a sad weather. Because, there's that thing saying that, the reason why it's raining is because the clouds are sad and they're crying and all sorts of other stuff. Okay, so anyway, yeah. And also, guys, there is one other power that Danny doesn't know that he has, and I'm pretty sure he is well aware of it, and that would be to charm the pants off of ladies. That's why. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Danny Phantom, you guys should really, really check it out, because throughout his whole lifetime, whenever he's Danny Phantom or Danny Fenton, he's always charming the pants off of ladies. He is always charming the pants off of ladies. But anyway, yeah, that's one power even he can't control. And that's a little bit of a joke power, but still. Alright guys, looks like we reached the end of this video, guys. And let me know in the comments section, which one of Danny Phantom's powers do you guys like? And if you guys are Danny Phantom fans, how would you feel if you guys want me to do some Danny Phantom content? I had one person actually say, yes, it would be kind of cool if I did do some Danny Phantom content, but I want to hear it from the rest of you. How would you feel if I do start bringing on some Danny Phantom characters, like Danny, Tucker, Sam, Jasmine, or his parent, or whoever? Just let me know in the comments section below. How do you guys feel if I do that? Oh, and also stay tuned later on today, because I think I'm going to do something else involving Danny Phantom. Yeah, just stay tuned for that video. Alright, so anyway, if you guys enjoyed Flame's rants, please leave a like and comment down below. And also, let me know in the comments section, what topic do you guys want me to do next. And I promise you guys, I will try to do some more Flame rants later on sometime. Because the reason why I haven't done Flame's rants in a really long time is because, like I said, I kind of been brain dead. And same thing with Chilling with Flame, guys. I know I haven't been doing much of them, but I promise you guys, I will be doing more of them. I promise. I really do. It's just that being a YouTuber, it takes a lot of time and effort to, think of good ideas that you guys might like. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Flame the Dragon Hog saying, I'm going ghost. Okay, I'm kidding. But anyway, this is Flame the Dragon Hog signing out for now. Later, flamethrowers.